You know what? Fuck this. There we go. Because what have items ever done for me? Alright, here we go. Let's see how much this helps. Now I've got to beat the first phase again. You ever wonder why Undertale didn't have any multi-phase boss fights except for Asriel? You ever wonder why Photoshop Flowey, the other multi-phase boss fight, saves your progress between reloads? You ever wonder why that's the case? Do you ever fucking wonder? Because game design. Because this is stupid. Again, the concept is great. I really love, the idea of this. The sprite work is amazing. But fucking God is the fight itself a pain. Again, if you're trying to one-up the Sans fight, all you've done is destroy what made it interesting. Hey, back here. Now let's see if the golden bandana helps. It won't help me skip through this dialogue, that's for sure. Seriously, the fucking C key should have been like a thing in this game. Yeah, it's not like I'm opposed to like actual challenge and actual difficulty in video games. I mean, just look at my experience with Celeste. I just don't like when that challenge is fucking stupid. I swear to God, if there's a third phase of this fight, at that point I've really got to ask for a psychological evaluation of the person who didn't put an act heal option in 1.0. Yeah, it took more damage than usual. That's fun. Love when that happens. And I happened to get lucky and it just lined up. And I only took a bunch of hits instead of a fuck ton of hits. Okay, that does work if your timing is good enough. Yeah, it's hard to notice, because I don't know how much damage all this stuff does in the first place. And so, theoretically, it could just be placebo, but I think the golden bandana is helping. I think. Again, I don't even know how defense is calculated in this game. Is defense even real? Because, like, the attack and defense of enemies doesn't seem to be real. They just take damage, you know, however. Like, in original Undertale, attack and defense of the enemy really doesn't mean anything. Like, it'll say Metaton Neo, defense 100 or something like that, but if you actually dig into the game files, his defense is like negative 9999. Just because, you know, scripted story stuff reasons. My best bet is to try to, like, at least go in the same direction as those feathers. I'll still randomly get hit, but it lowers the chances significantly. Yeah, the serum. Oh god, right. God, I just got done dealing with the one on the left, and you expect me to deal with more? Am I just supposed to ignore the small ones? Maybe. Maybe that's what they intend. You know what, that's it, isn't it? When they tested this, they had the golden bandana and, like, an inventory full of gunpowder. That's it, isn't it? That's why this fight is so, you know, this way. Why is it wearing off? Is it wearing off, or is it melting you? Why is it wearing off? I don't want to die. I need more time. Oh great, I was just supposed to know which one to hit? Really? Really, I was just supposed to know which of those to hit. You fucking imagine that the fight is this long? You can't win. You can't. Seriously. Really? What the fuck were they smoking when they made this fight? They fucking roll up some gunpowder into a joint and smoke it? Like, what the fuck? Okay. Since her health was actually starting to get low towards, the end of that last attempt, maybe damage actually does matter. I'm gonna see if I can speed this up a little bit. If I'm like high enough health, I'm just going to attack. Okay, if I don't take damage here, you know what, that's good enough. At least I attacked a little bit. So I should have succeeded in speeding up the fight at least a little bit. I don't understand what the intended solution for that one is. Wonderful. Damn it, I thought I had that. Focusing on the timing and everything. Oh my god, I survived this attack. Oh god. Okay. Oh my god. Fuck this! Oh my god, is that it? Tell me that's it. How many more? How many until you are satisfied? We only took 5. You've taken dozens. You aren't just. All you do is. All you are is a self-serving maniac. I hope you. No. Please. What do I do? Stop. Someone. Help me. Great. This is just great. You know how much attention this will bring on us? The entire underground is going to put up its defenses. I'm sure the castle is on full lockdown thanks to your recklessness. Have you checked? No, this won't do. You're gonna make this right, got that? You may have a shiny new ability, but that doesn't change a thing. Go to the castle and smash its walls down. Tear it apart. Do whatever it takes to get me my souls. To... Hey now. Uh-oh. You might made a little slip there. I meant your souls, you know that. You idiot, what do you think you're doing? Fine. Looks like this is another dead end. What is this? What's going on? You little... You're gonna put a knife in my back? I'm the only reason you ever made it out of the ruins. Your best friend. Your only friend. And you know what? I've never been above betrayals either. You're, not the most determined anymore. You tried to run away, too. You tried to run away for a second, but it's not gonna work. I hate you. Every second that passes when I'm with you is more miserable than the last. And it's always been that way. The only time I enjoyed myself was when I got to watch you die. Hundreds of deaths, endlessly gruesome, endlessly satisfying. When I look at you, I don't see a brave hero or whatever you pretend to be. All I see are those beloved memories, replaying over and over and over and over. And you want to know the best part? Even if you kill me, I know how this ends. There's never been any escaping it. That castle may as well be a coffin because you're already dead. You hear that? You're dead. Calm down. Alright, you've had your fun. Get out of here. That is hilariously ironic that the friendliness pellets what did you in the end. Whoa. Never really got a good chance to look at this place during the battle, huh? What a wreck. Not of interest. Mr. Average Garbage. Oh, lights are off. What happens if I go this way? The other way. Alright. They shut off the power or something? Nothing but the echoes of your efforts linger. You are filled with a sense of justice. Ah, there it is. Yep, naturally when we're in control of the save system. I was wondering if this would happen, because, determination is one hell of a drug. No, nothing here. Well, onwards we go. Not of interest. Yeah, take everything. Not of interest. Yep, I'm getting the message. Really, but there's a healing item in there. It's useful. There's still... I don't know if that's supposed to be someone or if that's, like, just a statue or something. Not of interest. Surprised it doesn't make us turn around. There he is. Yep, the objective. Guessing we're not able to go this way. That'd be silly. The other way. Is this an inappropriate time to say that a while ago I had a dream about this game? That I was playing the Genocide route of this game? And at the end of the corridor, like right here, I saw this fucking character. You know that silhouette. Surely you do. What an odd dream. Could you imagine? Not of interest. Oh, what do you have to say about this? The proof of his crimes. No, just nothing. Hello there. The underground is full of beauty. Friends, families, hopes, dreams. Or at least, it was. Though valiantly they fought, nobody could stop you, could they? I had hoped this day wouldn't come. Retaliation was inevitable, but I believed we could handle it as we always have. My dear friends, I am sorry. I know why you are here, but I'm afraid it's too late. Your goal is out of reach. Monsterkind's plight is not something I take pride in, but it is a conflict not of our making. One thing is certain, however. Your violence has ensured this war never to end. Many more of both our kinds will perish because of this day. Such is the path you chose. But, even if you chose differently, the unfortunate truth of the matter is, your fate was sealed the moment you entered my kingdom. We will rebuild, and with the help of your soul, we will be free. Goodbye. Oh. Nero's expecting another potentially canon ending. Nope. Very much not. Jeez, the throne. Gotta set them free. Well, I suppose mission successful. Master Sword Remix. Well, that was an experience. I've gotta say. I've gotta say. And now the game is closed. What happens if I reopen? So just let us reset. It figures out just close the game again. Now, here I was expecting something like Undertale where you just, can't reset. Honestly surprised that they let you just reset after that. Well, I would, I would do a pacifist run to see if that changed anything like it does in Undertale, but, honestly, that last fight sapped all my patience. I'm done. Okay, Flowey doesn't have any different dialogue. Well, that was, Undertale Yellow. I suppose, I've done just about everything I wanted to do. Sure, there is some other stuff I could theoretically do, but eh, I don't feel like doing it right now, and I don't feel like doing a whole separate session just to do it. That's probably just where I'll leave it. Overall, I really enjoyed this game and had an amazing time with it. Like, seriously, props to the developers for, like, just everything. Like, even the stuff that I have complaints with, like, the fact that they worked on this for 7 years and made, like, a whole complete game on par with Undertale, if not better in some areas, and released it for free. Like that's insane. I still can't believe that. As I mentioned, there are some things that I take issue with personally, like the balancing of the fights and genocide. And I think if everything was just a bit more purposeful, then it would be a lot nicer. But as it is, it's just kind of spam. Like, for one, I think the claw attack should just be removed. Unless you were just have an attack that's only those, and in, like, a sort of consistent rhythm so you can actually, like, dodge them with good timing. Yeah, I won't go on too long about it since I already talked about it there. I also think, like, the structure of the neutral ending is a bit weird. Like, they have the neutral ending where Flowey gets pissed with you because won't listen to him. But they really don't give a good enough justification for that ending, if you ask me. I'm not saying that, like, the player should, like, have a choice as to whether Clover goes to Bartlett or goes to the castle. Because, in the pacifist ending, Clover makes a bunch of choices on their own, and you can't interfere with the choices they make. They choose to give up their soul and stuff like that. You can't override Clover's choice. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. However, when you don't give any explanation as to why you're not allowed to do something, it just kind of feels railroady, you know? In passive ascending, you're not allowed to not have Clover give up their soul. That's fine. That's something that Clover would do. That's the justification. That's the reason that you can't choose any differently, because it's what Clover would do. In the neutral ending, you can't go to the castle because the elevator's in use. And for some reason, Flowey decides that this is your fault. I don't really get it. Like, I think it would have been a lot better if, they at least gave a reason that actually relates to Flowey getting angry at you. Like, you try to interact with the elevator, and maybe the flavor text is like, you could take this elevator to get to the castle, but you really don't want to leave Martlet behind when she's waiting for you. At that point, it's like an interesting thing about Clover. Like, Clover chooses to go see Martlet, right? But in like the neutral ending as it stands, it really doesn't feel like Clover chooses anything. In fact, you can choose not to accept Martlet's offer, and Flowey still gets angry for some reason. Really, they probably should just remove the dot 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 on like the choice there. Just have Clover say yes. Like that, just remove the second option, just have the only option be okay. Then it's a thing that Clover decides, and Flowey actually is justified in being angry with Clover, which, leads to the neutral ending making more sense. Remove the points where it feels like you have a choice, but it's just illusion of choice because you don't actually ever have a choice. And just tell the player straight up, that this isn't your decision to make, this is Clover's. And so it doesn't feel like a cop out when Flowey is like, "What the fuck? Why did you do this?" It's like, come on. Alternatively, they could have done something interesting by having like it be an actual choice. Like your two options are go to Martlet and you get the neutral ending where you fight Flowey, or you go to the castle and get like a modified version of the false pacifist ending where Asgore just murders you. Because as it stands, the ending where you like get killed by Asgore is a really obscure ending because you have to go all the way to the end and make a slightly different choice. You can't even just fight Serva from the start. You have to go through her whole fight, start to finish. Like that's another thing. I kind of wish that you could just attack Serva from the start and have it be like have it be sort of like an easy way out, but you get a crappier ending for it. And maybe like after getting the false pacifist ending, you don't lose your save, so like you could reload before the Cerebral fight and try again. With the story justification being that Flowey is like, okay, they died to Asgore, let me reload so they can, do better this time. But like you could use that opportunity to instead, spare Cereba and get a better ending. That's another weird thing. Like, Flowey goes through all this effort to get you to Asgore, and then you make it to Asgore, and you die, but Flowey doesn't reload. Like, if you ask me, that would actually solve, like, both problems. Like, you fight Cereba and go to Asgore, and then you die, and Flowey is like, alright, attempt number one failed, reloading, alright, go get him, champ. And then you just spare Cereba and get that ending. I don't know. It just feels like that kind of stuff could have used more justification. The pacifist ending is perfect if you ask me, and even if neutral is a little bit weird story wise with the whole, it presenting it as a choice but not actually being a choice thing. But besides that, the neutral ending is fucking insane. I love just how much effort went into the Flowey fight. It's wonderfully executed. I love it so much. I also really like the sort of take that they have on a lot of the lore stuff in the like story itself. Like I was thinking about this after the last session, and Chujin like accidentally killing the Integrity Soul is such like a good take because why the Integrity Soul specifically? Well, where do you find their items? In like weird, obscure, hidden places. Like, how did those items get there? Did the human just abandon them there? Did some monster like loot their corpse and like take their stuff and hide it in Waterfall? But if you recontextualize it to be, the Integrity Soul died in Waterfall, and the person who did it didn't want to be like caught, like it could be reinterpreted as them trying to hide the evidence. Like that's such a good idea. It ties into everything so well. Like you could have chosen any other color, but they chose the one that would honestly make the most sense and honestly even make the canon location of those items make more sense retroactively. It's so good. Overall, the story is just so fantastic. Characters are wonderfully written. Story is really well done. Everything's so lovingly animated. The music is fantastic. I really, really hope that we get more from these developers. Not for free. Please don't like spend a bunch of years making something only to release it for free again. Like, come on, we need to we need an avenue to give these developers money. So a like paid game on Steam that's original would be amazing. Like I would love that. If the people behind this, like Team Undertale Yellow, I don't know their exact name. I think they're just called Team Undertale Yellow or something like that. If they, or even just Master Sword Remix, honestly, because it seems like Master Sword Remix is like, the sort of organizer all of this and like the sort of mastermind behind this game. I don't know. Either way, if we get more games from these people, like, please let me know. I'll buy that shit instantly. Like after this, doesn't have to be like an Undertale fan game. It doesn't have to be Undertale inspired. It could be a fucking like 2D platformer, and I would trust that it would be amazing. It's like we already have concrete proof right here that like the art style, the art direction, the actual art like animation, the music, the character design, the character writing, the story writing, the world building, all that stuff is so well done here. And I would love to see more of it. Like all of this kind of stuff is so good. The game looks beautiful, sounds beautiful, the characters are so lovable. I just want more, and I want the opportunity to pay for more. I want to give these developers money. Please, for the love of God, don't release another thing for free. Unless you're fucking getting like, payrolled by fucking billionaires or something. You deserve to make your own money from your own game. That can't really happen with Undertale Yellow, but well, I mean, I don't know if the developers have thought of this or not, but I mean, the characters are like original, so I don't imagine that Toby would have much issue with them making like Martlet plushies or Cereba plushies or Starlo plushies. If I could give me like give me fucking like if I could give me a shirt or something, I'll buy that. The developers absolutely deserve it after like everything. Like I assume that they would still need like Toby's permission because of like the trademark issues. Undertale is a trademark. They can't just go putting Undertale Yellow on their plushies. Well, I mean, or worst case scenario, they'd probably legally be able to, just sell the characters with their regular names, but not even mention Undertale Yellow on the store pages or whatever. I don't know. It's just I think it's something developers should look into because again, that this being released for free, that's like a crime. I feel like I got away with theft. I feel like I pirated this game, and I feel bad for pirating this game, you know? But yeah, just since I'm talking about like the developers behind this game and stuff like that, I don't know if any developers would watch this. I saw them in like the stream chats of like some of the other like people's pacifist playthroughs I've seen. So I don't know, they could stumble across this video theoretically, but like if any if you're watching this and you are planning on making a new game after Undertale Yellow, please, please, please don't think that you have to top Undertale Yellow. That's how games get canceled. You don't even have to make a game as good as Undertale Yellow, right? Don't like burn yourselves out trying to top this, like make an even better game. That's a pitfall that so many developers fall into, and it always results in the game being canceled. Like if you make anything else, whatever kind of game it is, it could be like a game you worked on for a week for a game jam, and I'd probably still at least be able to make like one or two videos on it. Am I making sense? I'm just rambling at this point, so I have no idea if I'm making sense. Without a doubt, this game will, hold a special place in my heart the same way that original Undertale did. I may not return to the game itself or this series unless like something new comes out. Like I don't know, maybe they add like a patch where like you can fight Neo So Sorry, and like I'd have to check that out then. But like, assuming that there's nothing else that's like super interesting that I've got to check out, this will probably be the end of the series and the end of me like playing this game. But I only really ever played Undertale once, so it's not about like the game as much as the impact that the game leaves on you, right? That this experience is just unforgettable. I spent 46 hours playing this according to my like library thing. And it's not a 46 hours I'm going to soon forget. Just like how this many years later, Undertale is still fairly fresh in my memory, this game will no doubt occupy my thoughts for many years to come. But yeah, but I suppose that's all I have to say. My final thoughts on the game, it's amazing. I would recommend it to any Undertale fan. Like hands down. There's not many fan games that I would recommend to anyone. Like I think Alfie's Neo is an interesting fight, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Like it's interesting, but it's not perfect. It's not like something that you have to play. Undertale Red is pretty great, but it's just a single fight. This is the most ambitious fan game that will probably ever exist for this game. I already see a bunch of people like trying to make their own projects, like Undertale Blue or Undertale Cyan, but like, are those games ever actually going to come out? Watch, one of them will come out and be as good as Undertale Yellow, like 7 years down the road, and I'll be like, wow, don't I look like a fool? Because I really wouldn't have expected that this game would be anything, but it came out and it was fucking something. An amazing, like, surpassing of my expectations. And I went into this game with high expectations. Like once I was told, like, oh, you got to play this. It's like rediscovering Undertale again for the first time. Like that's pretty high like praise. That gave me high expectations when I went to this game, and it still surpassed that. Even then, it still surpassed that. That's insane. Yeah, thanks for sticking with me through the series. If you have, I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you skip some stuff like you just watched my first pacifist run, my first neutral run, and then my first genocide run, and just skipped everything else. I would not blame you if that were the case. But either way, thank you for watching, you know, the series in any capacity. If anyone has any recommendations for games that are, similar to stuff like Undertale or this, definitely let me know. Playing through this game was a blast, and I had a lot of fun exploring because the game definitely rewards exploration. And I hope we get something else from these developers in the future. Preferably something I can pay for. See you in whatever series I do next. Goodbye for now. Thank you, and good night.